Hey, welcome to another week of the AKB48 group news of the week. I'm Mr. Josh Pucks, and if this is your first time watching, you can see what section you are on the top right of the screen. I think it's this side over here. And today we have quite a bit to talk about, so let me just go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with AKB48 releasing a brand new book. This is actually a book about information of every single member, so maybe we'll be able to see the wiki page be able to be updated with these brand new things that come out. And just judging from the example page that's on there, it seems like it is going to have a lot of information on all of the members, so hopefully we get to learn a little bit more about each of them. So this is super exciting. I actually might pick this up and check it out. I mean, it's only 1,200 yen, so it's not that bad. And this includes members from AKB all the way to Stu48. But speaking of members from AKB to all the way to Stu48, we have the Renacchi Sousenkyo. And as we know, this time it's actually a play for Romeo and Juliet. A different version of it, but it's still Romeo and Juliet. And we actually have the results of the audition process that happened. So we have a lot of members, and so far at this first audition, 71 have passed from AKB, STU, NMB, all of the groups, even B and K got some in there. So I'm looking forward to that and see exactly how this all turns out. Next up is NMB48 that's actually going to release a fashion book, but it's not all of the members, it's only certain members, and it's actually the group that is in the music video Which One. This fashion book is called Quintet, and Yoshida Akarin will actually play a really big part and be one of the editors. There will be 100 pages of fashion, and I'm super interested to see how it is. If you're interested, this comes out February 2nd, which is quite soon. It's only like a month away, so I'm curious to see how it turns out. It was probably shot the same time the music video was shot. That's my guess. And next up, I want to talk about Stu48's mobile game that I talked about last week, and that actually came out already. So if you're interested in Stu48 no Shichi Narabe, you can actually go download it at your respective APK download sites. Or, you know, if you're able to download it from Google Play or from the App Store, you can go ahead and do that. And next up is more individual members. Now, I do know that Jurina was in Wrestle Kingdom 12 that was taking place in Tokyo Dome, although I don't know much information about it. I haven't watched it. Not sure if I'm going to watch it, but if you do know more information about this, you can go ahead and leave it down below. I think she just had a talking part. I don't think she did really anything like wrestling wise. And another member I want to talk about is Yokoyama Yui, who was actually in a little commercial for the police department. It's pretty big because it's actually for the police department, and she's there singing a song in the cute little uniform. So I really recommend watching that down below. There's a little song to it. It's pretty catchy, and especially when they say the numbers, go ahead and watch it down below. And next up, let's move to the graduated members, starting off with Kojima releasing something new. And this is a collaboration with, I'm gonna get this wrong, Rirandture. And this is actually for a clothes collection, so you can go ahead and see the catalog of the clothes down in the website below to see Kojima wearing all these different clothes. And next up is something positive and negative at the same time, and that's Over the Top. It's disbanded. Now, if you don't remember, I talked about Over the Top quite a bit ago, but this is actually a new group that one of the graduated NMB members made. This is Kisha Norika's group, and actually it disbanded because she got pregnant and is getting married to a baseball player. Now, seeing as how there's only been 2 singles for Over the Top, and it seemed like there was a lot of potential for it, it is a little disappointing to see it go away so soon. Although it is exciting for her, I imagine this is a big step in her, and I don't know if she's going to continue doing show business or doing music. From this, it seems like she wants to concentrate more on the pregnancy than the music career. So we'll just have to see afterwards what comes out of it. Yo, we got these 2 new singles. You know, they're really good. It looks like we're really going somewhere. Oh, you're pregnant and you're getting married and you're disbanding the group? And another ex-member that's having a baby is Furukawa Airi, who was in SKE48. Although this one was married and now is having the child. So yes, congratulations to both of you. And someone else we should congratulate is Owada, who's going to be in a popular web show, and it's actually pretty unique. It is for the show, I'm gonna get this super wrong, Ookamikun Nihara Masaranai, something like that. And this is actually the 3rd season of this, and this is an interesting thing because it's actually more of a reality TV show where the people there fall in love, but they can't fall in love with the bad person because they have to try to find their true love but not get tricked by the ones who are the bad people. It seems like an interesting concept, and hopefully good things come out of this, and Owada was able to get more roles. There's actually a nice little interview with her and a nice little intro thing that reality TV shows do a lot. down below. I like how Paul from J Showbiz put it. It's kind of like with a werewolf game, but except if it was a reality TV show about love. And now we move on to the 46 group, starting off with Nogizaka46 winning Song of the Year with Influencer at the Record Taisho. Now this is big because AKB has won 2 of these, and now Nogizaka has won their first one. It looks like they need to win another one, that way they're balanced with AKB, and then it could be the truest rivalry. But now, they won 1, so now they're getting up there, so they can be considered like rivals now and seen as competition for real. I mean, they're already getting more sales than AKB, and now they won an award, so let's see where this goes. But something else cool that's happening is with Keyakizaka46 actually holding 3 days full of concerts at the Budokan. I'll link this back later on about how I think about this, but this is happening at the end of January and all the way to the 1st of February, so it'll be for 3 days, starting January 30th, ending February 1st. So I mean, if you get the chance, obviously go check it out. Next is for Nogizaka46, where 6 of their members have actually celebrated their coming of age ceremony. It is Kawago Hina, Sagara Iori, Higuchi Hina, Hoshino Minami, Yamazaki Rena, and Sato Kaede. And of course, it was at the Nogizaka Shrine in Tokyo. So congratulations to those members. Now that you're in adulthood, or at least in Japan it's adulthood, you can go ahead and do more stuff like maybe stay awake more. I don't know what the child laws are and when they stop. I don't know if they stop when you're an adult. I think now they're able to do like scheduling stuff way later in the day. But yes, congratulations to them. And next up we move to more individual members, starting off with a new trailer for a documentary. Ooh. And this documentary is for Himetan. We're actually getting a documentary for her. I know Nanamin had that center single, and then we had Ito Marika who's getting a photo book. So I guess they thought, hey, Himetan, you know, they got the song, but it came out kind of late. So I guess we can go ahead and do a documentary on her. I don't know if her story is interesting. I don't really know what it's about. There's a trailer down below you can go ahead and check out. But I'm excited to see what this is about and see how they turn it, because now that she's graduated, I wonder what kind of spin they put on it, because usually when this comes out, it's when they're a member. But now that she's graduated, maybe they're going to tell more of a story that they didn't want to tell when she was an idol. I don't know, that'll be interesting. And that documentary will be in the Under album, so you can go ahead and buy that to watch the documentary. I wish there was a Blu-ray of it instead of that DVD quality. And next up, I'm going to talk about the incident that happened in Kouhaku with Keyakizaka46, and the fact that Suzumon fainted and Techi and Mona were actually like really hyperventilating. Now this happened during Kouhaku and during their second performance of Fukuoka with one of the MCs that were there. Now I've talked about this in depth, and all of us have talked about this in depth on the Slope podcast, which you can go ahead and check out in the description down below. And actually, I'll run through it a little bit here and be able to give a little bit of my own opinions. If you want the full opinions, go ahead and check out the podcast. But basically what happened is, after they performed, they went to go change downstairs or wherever it is, and then they came back and have to perform it again, and they were really tired. You can see them, like, all of them were tired from this. And apparently this was because they went a little bit too hard during the first performance, so then when they had to go run and change and then come back, they had to perform again, and then they were going hard, and I guess it was too much for them. Now some people are blaming management for this. I don't think all of the blame should be put on management. I mean, you gotta know how to pace yourself really when you're doing this. We talked about it on the podcast. If you go too hard 100% in the first performance, when you have another performance, you can't really give it 100% again, and if you do, then this happens. So I think it's a mix of everyone, and like we said, I think it's a lot to do with not having enough experience in this. So hopefully they learned from this, everyone learned from this, and for Budokan they're able to pace themselves and everything will be able to go smoother, or else we're gonna see who survives at the end of Budokan. But something recently that came out is actually Suzumon, that actually released an apology letter on her blog. Now this seems standard Japan style to do, where the member actually apologizes for causing distress and causing so much distraction for the show. Now, although I think she shouldn't have like full on apologized like it's her fault, there is some partial blame everywhere, so I feel like maybe everyone should apologize, or maybe like no one at all, and then just say, hey, I'm okay, I was just like a little tired, so don't worry. I feel like that way nobody really like gets pushed on the blame with. I feel like it's all formalities at this point. It isn't anything personal or any personal attacks. And last 2 bits of news is actually with Photobooks, and that is Yorayuki with her first week sale, and she sold a total of 36,605 copies. That photobook critique will come out soon, I promise. And then we have Nagahama Neru's photobook that sold 97,660 copies. Now, that's a lot. That's almost 100,000. Now, will it reach the 250,000 that Shireshi Mai has now? I don't think it'll eventually reach up there, but this is a really strong outcome for Neru, and I think this will actually help push Neru to the center position that hopefully she takes. I mean, seeing as she's super popular just from these numbers alone, I think is more enough proof that she can take the center position in terms of popularity. And that does it for this week. You can go ahead and comment down below what you thought about the news or anything in general. Go ahead and subscribe. If you aren't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and check out the podcast. Go ahead and subscribe. Once we hit 100, we can finally change the URL of the YouTube. That way it can be youtube.com/theslopepodcast. That way we can actually link to a nice looking link. So you can go ahead and like this video and go ahead and share this video with other people who want to know the news about the 48 or 46 side. Again, on the top right, you can see what section you're on. And that does it all for this week. I will catch you all next week. And as I say every single week, thank you all for watching.